All right, so we are going through, and we're just going to go through problem by problem. So we have a 12-meter long steel beam. It's going to be cut into two pieces so that one piece will be 4 meters longer than the other. How long will each piece be? So we're going to go ahead and say let x equal one piece, and then we're going to say let x plus 4, because it says one piece will be 4 meters longer, equal the other piece. And then altogether, the x plus 4 is going to equal 12, and then you add combine like terms, so you get 2x plus 4 is equal to 12, and you get 2x is equal to 8, x is equal to 4 is one piece, and then to find the other piece, you have to still do x plus 4, so x plus 4 is equal to 8. So the two pieces are 4 and 8. Moving on, vending machine, blah, 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 $3 in nickels and dimes. So we have nickels and dimes. Nickels are 5 cents each, and dimes are 10 cents each. The number of dimes is 5 more than the number of nickels, than twice the number of nickels. So we're going to say let x equal the number of nickels, and then we're going to say let, so it's 5 more than, so 5 more than twice the number of nickels, so that's going to be 2x. So 2x plus 5 is equal to the number of dimes. So we know altogether, we don't know how many coins we have altogether, but we do know that they amount to $3 altogether. So we know that nickels are 5 cents each. So we're going to do 5 cents, which is 0.05. And then I called the number of nickels x, so 0.05x. And then we know that dimes are 10 cents each, so we're going to put 0.10. And then how we call dimes is 2x plus 5, so I'm going to put 2x plus 5. And then altogether that amount is $3. The reason why I have to put the 0.05 and the 0.10, like how much each of them is worth, is because it doesn't tell us the total number of coins, it just tells us in money. So you have to actually use that dimes are 10 cents and nickels are 5 cents. So now you just solve it. So you do distributed property here, so you get 0.20x plus 0.50 is equal to $3 plus 0.05x, combine like terms, so you get 0.25x plus 0.50 is equal to $3. Subtract 50 cents, you get 0.25x is equal to $2.50. And divide both sides by 0.25 and you get x is equal to 10. So that's the number of nickels, right? So there are 10 nickels. And then how many coins, how many dimes there are, it's going to be 2 times 10 plus 5. So that's 25 dimes, right? You could easily check it. So 25 dimes is $2.50, and 10 nickels is 50 cents. So that's going to be $3 altogether. So our math does add up, but this is the final answer. That's just the check. Box. Okay, next. So a movie theater charges $7.50 admission for an adult and $5 for a child. 700 tickets altogether are sold. So we know that the children and the adults altogether is going to be 700 tickets, right? So we can call it two different things. We can go ahead and say A is adults and C is children. So we know altogether that A plus C is equal to 700. So that's what I got from that line. And then it's $7.50 for each adult. So that's going to be 7.50 for each adult plus the children, right, which is $5 for each child. Altogether, they're telling us that it's going to be equal to 4,500. So now we have a systems of equations. If I can get the C's to cancel out, or the A's, the C's look easier. The way I can get the C's to cancel out is multiplying this whole thing by -5. And so if I do that, that's going to become -5C, and these can just cancel out. So what I want to do is go ahead and rewrite this. So I get -5A minus 5C is equal to -3,500. This literally just comes along for the ride, so it's 750A plus 5C is equal to 4,500. And then now all I'm going to do is combine like terms. So I want this to cancel out. I'm left with 1,000 is equal to, and then when I subtract 750 minus $5, I get $2.50. That's times the adults. Divide both sides by 2.5 or 250. And these cancel out, and I'm left with the adult tickets are going to be 400. There are going to be 400 adult tickets. To find the number of children, all I need to do is altogether it's 700 tickets. So I'm going to do 700 minus 400, which is equal to 300. So how many tickets of each? There's going to be 300 children tickets and 400 adult tickets. I should have said let A equal to adult and C equal child, but I think you get it. All right, we're moving here. So how many pounds of something, right? Peanuts or whatever it is, that's worth $3. Let's see, does this move down? Yeah, here we go. How many pounds of raisins worth $3 per pound? So now we want to find the number of raisins. So let's just go ahead and let X equal the number of pounds of raisins. You have to forgive my writing. I'm writing kind of quick. And these are at $3 a pound. Okay, and then, so we know that it's $3 per pound. We don't know how many pounds there are, so we're just going to put 3x because they're worth $3 each. That's $3 times the number of pounds plus, so they have to be mixed together, right? Mixed with 10 pounds of peanuts worth $2.40 a pound. So we're going to do, we know that the cost is going to be $2.40 and we have 10 pounds of that, so that's easy. And that's going to equal some sort of mixture, right, which is worth $2.80. So the money is easy, $2.80, and we have to figure out how many pounds it is because it doesn't tell us the number of pounds that we want. But we know that we have 10 pounds of peanuts, so we're going to write the 10 pounds of peanuts plus, and we're going to call X the number of raisins, right, the number of pounds of raisins. So now all we have to do is evaluate this function right here, right? So we have $3 for the number of raisins, right, times the pounds of raisins. It's $2.40 for 10 pounds of peanuts. So this is the peanuts, right? This is the raisins. And altogether it's going to give us a mixture. So this is the mix of $2.80, which is the 10 pounds of peanuts plus the number of raisins, which we called X. Okay, so that's our setup. Now you just evaluate, right? So 3x, nothing to do there. $2.40 times 10 is $24, is equal to this crap right here. So distributed property. So you get 28 plus 2.8x, right? And then now we just go ahead and solve. So we can go ahead and subtract 2.8x on both sides minus 2.8x. So we get 0.2. X plus 24 is equal to 28. Subtract 24 from both sides. So 0.2x is equal to 4. Divide both sides by 0.2 and you get x is equal to 20. So that's how many pounds of raisins there is. Raisin pounds. Okay, we're moving here. So how many ounces, excuse me, of Ceylon tea, right? So Ceylon tea, we're going to go ahead and call it C. So Ceylon tea, I'm going to call C. And there's Formosa tea, which I'm going to call F. Where $2 per ounce must be mixed to obtain a mixture of 8 ounces that is worth $1.85. Okay, so I see that the mixture part, right? That one's easy. It's $1.85 and there's 8 ounces. So I'm going to put $1.85 times 8. That's our mixture. Okay, so now we have the Ceylon tea that's worth $1.50, right? So we don't know how many ounces they are, so we're just going to go ahead and put $1.50 C. So this is for the Ceylon. And then if we keep reading how many ounces, so we don't know, right? Formosa tea worth $2 per ounce. So we know the cost is going to be $2, so we could write that down, $2. And we don't know how much ounces there are for the Formosa tea, so we're just going to call it F. So this is Formosa. Okay. We also know one more piece of information, right? So we know that the mixture altogether has to be 8 ounces. So C plus F is going to equal 8. So we have another system of equations, right? $1.50C plus 2F is equal to 1.85 times 8. And then the second one is C plus F is equal to 8. So just like before, right? This is like a decimal. So if I can get these F's to cancel out, our life would be a little bit easier. So let's see if we could do that. Let me see if I could switch to a different color. Okay. So now, if I take this whole thing and if I multiply it by -2, right, then what I'm going to get, let's just go ahead and put this down here. Okay, so we're going to get, the original one is still $1.50C plus 2F is equal to $1.85 times 8 is 14.8. The second equation, again, we're multiplying this -2 by everything, so we get -2C minus 2F is equal to -16. And now we just evaluate this. So $1.50 minus $2 is -50 cents, so -0.5C. These cancel out, which is what we want, is equal to, this is a negative because 14.8 minus 16 is -1.2. Divide both sides by -0.5C, sorry, -0.50. Divide by -0.50. These cancel out and you're left with C is equal to 2.4. And again, you could pull your calculator out and figure that out. So they want to know how many ounces of Formosa tea. So we want to know both, right? So now we know Ceylon tea is 2.4. Altogether has to equal 8. So we want to do for the Formosa, that's going to be 8 minus the 2.4, which is equal to 5.2, right? So Ceylon tea is going to have 2.4 ounces and Formosa is going to have 5.2. All right, we're moving here. Copper alloy that is 40% copper is to be combined with a copper alloy, right, that is 80% copper to produce 120 grams of an alloy that is 70%. So our mixture, right, is 120 kilograms of an alloy that is 70% copper. So that part right there is easy, right? It's 70% copper for 120 kilograms. So we have two knowns, right? What the percent is and how many kilograms of it. If we go back to this part right here, right? So this is the 40% copper. We don't know how much copper that is. Like, we don't know how many kilograms goes with that. So we're just going to go ahead and say, let X equal that number of kilograms, right? So the number of kilograms of one copper. And then to find the other copper, altogether it's 120. So we're going to do 120, let 120 minus X equal the other copper's amount. Other copper. Okay, so now let's work on it piece by piece. So 40%, the copper that's 40%, which I called X, right? So I'm going to go ahead and set it up as 0.40X, right? So this is the percent and this is the amount. Plus, now let's go ahead and switch, right? So the second amount is 120 minus X, and that is at 80%. So we have 80% copper, so that's going to be 0.8 or 0.80 times this amount, right, which is 120 minus X. All right, so now we have an equation, okay? So just like you know, we distribute, right? So 0.80 times 120 gives us 96. 0.80 times -X gives us -0.80X is equal to 70 times 120. When you figure this out, that's going to be 84. Okay, and then this one you just bring down, right? The plus 0.40X. So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine like terms. Oh, that's you calling.